Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? As an extra extension of the whole Roe versus Wade psyop, I just wanted to interject again and explain the mental health ramifications behind uh, row your boat, wade the waters. Um, so if you take away accountability from the system, what the system provides, then the system can run rampant and do what it wants to do, which is here to mine for energy, mine for thought frequency. Uh, these are tangible, energetic processes that can be utilized by the ones who know, who have built the equipment to understand how to transfer energy. Energy is abundant and infinite. Know this. So when you move around in your stressful state, trying to maintain an existence, understand that your energy is being propagated somewhere else, to not even be a collective for your own well-being, for your own sake. You're really moving. Every step you take is just about the processing of energy coming from you, and they give you receipts for that process as a thank you. These icons of witchcraft they give you to keep you stuck to this system. $1 bill, $20 bill, $50 bill. It all gives a certain reaction. You get a certain reaction from dealing with these notes of intrigue. So you get the Roe versus Wade. Row your boat, wade the waters. It's all about creating disparaging situations and totally denying accountability coming from your handlers. Because if you want to have a system that promotes life, you would create a system that promotes life. That is the masculine principle here. And obviously, we are not using masculine principles to promote the human condition in this space. So there is a synthetic, mechanical, linear agenda to just maintain the energetic process of you being who you are as a human being, natural process of the earth, and exchanging your efforts, for the slave system that has been brought upon you. And you get these receipts through the witchcraft iconology to keep you held to the idea of delusion. And the hamster wheel is real, you know? So, further to my point with row your boat, wade the waters, you get time. Time in its not linear but circular sense. Time in the aspect of 360 degrees and you standing in the middle, and the still frame pictures on the wall, the writing on the wall is being rotated around you, creating dizziness as you hamster wheel yourself forward within the busyness. So by the time you get to when they stop and focus on a particular era or moment in time, quote unquote, you're so dizzy from the spinning and the running, you have no idea what you're looking at. And this goes for everybody, like everyone, even the ones who think they are handling are being handled, you know. Um, so like we really got to pay attention and look at the ramifications here. So they want to deny accountability for the process of womanhood and femininity, and that as a whole lets you know that the conditioning of the human being is just being broken apart systematically. They don't want the solidarity there. They don't want the information transfer, that natural resonance of understanding. They do not want that. When I say they, I'm talking about your corporate military industrial complex, who are the energy miners. There is no lack of energy. They create things to make you think that this is what we are using, and they use the lies of language and their twisted legalese references to tyranny, which you do not understand and will not be a part of unless you get a broker or an agent of evil to translate these missions. So it's up to you whether or not you want to stay where you are and just keep being a victim of the obvious tyrannical influence, or you could turn to the next man and explain how much appreciation you have for the information exchange. What do you know? I'll tell you what I know. And together we exchange this information and we build an understanding. To have to build, we build the understanding to need to know that we need to build together. It's just information. We all have information. We're just processing it in the wrong places. If we turn away from the perpetuation of our digital prison and turn to each other with that same information about how to build, I think we can do a whole lot. But as long as we want to be comfortable and complacent and not respecting the laws of energy when it comes to the human condition and everything else, masculine, feminine, positive, negative, this duality must be respected and applied and put into its purpose. If not, you get what you have today. Look around. Do you think that any of this would be led by your father? If the children were playing next to a train track and you can just hear trains coming, you think the father wouldn't command his children to get away from the damn tracks, come back home, be safe, be away from that danger? I mean, if this really is a nurturing relationship between us and them, or we and they, wouldn't that be the idea? So if it's not the idea, if women are stuck in survival mode constantly, trying to figure out why and what and where they're going to be and do when they get this life, this fortune, this extra representative of what we are here, which should be admired and anticipated by everyone. Instead, it's avoided and looked at as something to run away from. Please put all this in perspective, because this is very necessary for us to understand and apply these principles the right way. This is nothing but energy mining. The money that you see is an illusion. It's there to make the whole entire process tangible. It's a receipt for your giveness. They give you these small receipts, and in turn, you perpetuate the same energy process by being elated and mesmerized and off into euphoria when you see and touch and spend these notes. Spend, quote unquote, spell these notes. Like it's deep. It's mind numbing. You don't want to even think about it. You can't be human to even understand it, and that's the problem. Folks, just pay attention, be well, and treat each other nice.